So here's to our happy feet. What we're going to do first, it doesn't matter how you sit, but we're going to massage our feet a little bit. And so we will start by taking our thumb of the opposite foot and working from the heel all the way up to the big toe with long strokes. And doing that all the way up from the heel through the toes for all 5 toes with a lot of pressure. From there, right away, we're going to dangle the foot off of something. It could be sitting like this, really whatever way makes you feel comfortable. But you're going to dangle the foot off so that it has space, and then just take hold of that heel and pull it away from the leg while giving it a pinching feeling. So we're pulling and pinching the heel. Next, we're going to take each toe and just give it a little tactile sensation. Just feeling the circulation. There are a lot of nerve endings there. So with each toe, we're giving it a little massage. Let's switch feet. We're going with our big toe, really pressing firmly from the base of the heel all the way up through each toe. Here we go. It doesn't matter which hand you use, whatever feels comfortable and easy to get to. Now let's do that heel pull. And now let's go for the piggies, all of them. I'm starting from the pinky this time. It doesn't matter which one you start with. Just nice firm circles that say, hello, my toes are alive. And I can feel into them. Okay, so now, right away, we're going to go into something that might feel a little more difficult. You'll just sit with one leg outstretched, and we're going to press, starting with the flexed foot, toes towards the nose. We'll press through the heels, then pressing the ball of the foot forward, and finally pressing the toes forward. We're being careful not to sickle. Beveling is okay, or winging the foot out to the side, but you don't need to. Just being in the center is great. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and then pull back from the toes, then the ball of the foot, and finally the heel. This is going to be 5 times. Heel, ball, toes. We hold 3, 2, 1. We pull back toes, ball, heel. 3 more times. When we do this, let's be sure not to slouch, but rather to keep our abdominals engaged so that we're sitting up nice and tall. You could even press into the floor if you like, or you could lean on something like your bed if you're sitting on the floor for support. But we want to keep our core engaged, nice and lifted. Hold 3, 2, 1. If ever we get a cramp, we can just stop, shake it out, give it a little massage, but then keep going. It is important that we start to build up a little strength, and those cramps tell us that our intrinsic foot muscles might be a little weak and a little underworked. So if ever we get a cramp, we'll shake it out, we'll give a little massage, but we will keep going. If at first you're not able to go through the whole video sequence, it's absolutely no problem. Something is better than nothing. Get through half of it, get through a third of it, and then build up. So obviously we're on to the next foot. 5 times, that was 1. Heel, then the ball, then the toes. We hold for 3, 2, 1. We pull back the toes, then the ball of the foot, then the heels. So the movement is nice and controlled, it's not fast. Twice more, and you're doing great. So the toes should feel like they're on a delay. They don't come forward until the very last minute, and then they're the first thing that comes back up. Great job. Now we're going to release those legs, shake out the feet, give a little bit of massage to our calf muscles. By the way, the foot massage we did at the beginning or the calf massage we're doing now, you could always do with a ball. And I think you know that. Just put the tennis ball under your foot and roll it around, or put the tennis ball under your calf muscle and roll it around. You could even use a water bottle like this to roll out. But we gave a quick massage to our calf muscles, and now we're ready for exercise number 2. We're working with that pointed foot again, and now we're going to go towards the midline of our body, towards our belly button, keeping the foot pointed for 10, back to center, 9, 8, keep it pointed, 7, 6, 5, keep it pointed, even the little one, 3, 2, 1. Great, right away, let's switch. Point it. Go to the midline, towards your belly button. 3, 4. All the toes stay pointed towards the floor. 8, 9, 10. Great. Now we're going to weave our fingers through our toes. One by one. I know this looks a little funny and it could feel funny, but it actually feels great at the end. A nice way to release the muscles that you just exercised. Both directions. Interlace the fingers. It's okay if you have to do it manually. There's not built-in space, but it feels good once you do it. Great. Now we're going to place one foot flat on the floor. Sit up nice and tall. So again, you can press the floor away from you. You can use no hands and sit up tall, or you could prop yourself on a wall. But in no case would we be slouching. We'll sit up nice and tall. We're going to pretend that we're picking up a piece of silk underneath our feet. So my toes are splayed out, and I'm pulling them back, splaying them, as much space and air between the toes as possible. The balls of the feet will touch down first, and then I'm grabbing a hold with my toes, just the same way that I might slowly and deliberately pick up a piece of silk off of the floor. That's 4, 5, we're going for 10, 6, 7, ball of the toe goes first. On the 10th one, we're going to keep our toes scrunched here, and we're going to peck like a hen pecking the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I feel it. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Release, release, release. And here we go. Picking up our piece of silk. 1, 2. Really spreading out. Sometimes it helps to do the same thing with the fingers so that your toes know what to do. 6, 7, opening them as wide as possible. Work, Maria. 8, 9, 10. Keep them scrunched. Here we go. Hen pecks down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Great. This is good for people like us who don't have high arches to pick them up a little bit. We are doing a great job. We're going to kneel now. So you've got your feet flexed behind you. You may have to really scrunch. You may have to really open your toes with your fingers at first. And that's to make sure your toes aren't scrunched up, but they're nice and spread. And as much as you can, so you could start by leaning forward. You could put your hands on your thighs. You could get them all the way to the tops of your thighs, and you could eventually sink down. We're going to stay here for a count of 20. 20, 19, I feel it, stretching. 16, 15, 14. If ever it feels too much, rather than abandoning it completely, just come forward off of it just a little. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, deep breaths in. 3, 2, 1. You did it wonderfully. And it may feel good to release your tops of your toes onto the floor and lean back a little just to stretch those out. There are a lot of different toe and foot exercises we could do, and I might actually end up making you another video just so you've got some options. This was only a few, but I want to keep it short so that you can do it regularly. The last thing we'll do is stretch our calves on the wall, because actually, you know, our body is just one big system. So the calves relate all the way up to the glutes, up to the back, really up to the skull. Our fascia is connecting all of that. So let's stretch our calves because they're most directly connected to the feet. You know how to do this. You'll find yourself a wall, you'll stand up, and you'll place your hands on the wall, but of course doing this standing. One foot in front of the other. Make sure both of your feet are parallel. It's easy to open them out just ever so slightly. Bring them both parallel and make sure you're pressing through the big toe on both sides. Not a heavy press, but a light press. Engage your core, and we'll stay here for 20, 19, 18, 14, 10. If you ever want a variation that gets into the Achilles, you can bend the extended leg a bit. Mine doesn't bend a lot, but you can notice the difference. And then you get a little bit into your Achilles. And let's switch. Our hands are on the wall. Our feet are not turned out at all. They're directly parallel. Big toe mounds on the floor for 20, 19, 18, 17, 14, 13. What a gift you're giving your body. Kudos to you. 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. Big breath, abdominals engaged. 1. Great job. That's the end of the video if you don't have tons of time. If you've got a little extra time, use that same wall, scoot your booty up to it, lift your legs up, and let yourself relax. Let the lactic acid drain out of your legs and drink lots of water. It's an easy way to make your legs feel a little fresh and to let your feet feel a little fresh. You could stay here for 1 minute. That'll still give you benefits. Up to 10 minutes, which is great. You don't have to do it all the time, but when you've got a little extra time, it's a good way to refresh your lower body. Congratulations to you for doing so many things that are in your own best interest and helping you feel at home in yourself.